welcome back to my channel. This is a different position, but I am tired of sitting in a chair. Today I had wound care and it was extraordinary. Honestly, it was. First of all, I had 3 student nurses, and I've told you guys before, when I go to wound care, if there's student nurses there, I'm like over the moon. And today we had 3 of them. I was able to talk to them before the nurse came in to do the changing. Now, normally there is a head nurse who's the RN that does she's basically the wound care nurse who everybody works under. Then there are 2 nurses that work under her. I don't ever tell anybody's name, so it's not like you're gonna hear that or whatever, but it's usually one or the other, and whether or not they're students, they never know. But today, things looked so good on my back that everybody came in, including the head nurse. They couldn't believe that in 4 weeks how amazing the progress was. And I say 4 weeks because this is technically week 5. I think she said January 14th, I think was the first time. 28 and 2, no, I wouldn't be right. 2 would be 33, 26. So, oh, that's funny because I was thinking the 14th, but maybe it was the 19th and the 12th. Oh, January 12th. So today is the 9th, February 9th, and the 12th, 19th, 26th, 2nd, and so this is the 5th week that I saw her. So within the 4 weeks of trying this medication, I don't even have to put the medication on anymore. I'm just gonna put some Vaseline on my lips real fast, except I'm not because I think I left it out in the living room. That's fantastic. Thumbs up for me. I will use the other Vaseline. Vaseline has been the GOAT for my lips. I have all these great lip treatments and nothing has been helping my Vaseline. Figure it out. I don't know. Anyhow, so this was a very extraordinary day. I was so happy. I was happy to see everybody. I was happy to help out. I was telling the girls, the girls in training, I was like, I'm a unicorn. And I turned to the nurse, I'm like, I'm a unicorn, right? And she's like, yeah, you are. So I said, I know that you're probably not going to find many unicorns. That's what makes them unicorns. You're probably going to deal a lot more with just like surgical scars and surgical wounds and such like that. But, you know, stuff like this can happen. And honestly, the chemotherapy reaction, not the immunotherapy reaction, not the lichen planus, but what the chemotherapy eating up my surgical scars and actually making these wounds worse is very common. That's not the unicorn part. The unicorn part is the way my wounds metastasized and the fact that I got the reaction from the immunotherapy. So I am going to do something that I don't normally do on my channel because, you know, TMI and inappropriate and all that stuff. But I'm going to get changed because I would like to show you, I'm not going to show you any boo-boos. I'm not going to show you any nudies because it's not that kind of channel. But I am going to show you one of the things that I'm finally able to do by myself is I'm able to put on a shirt by myself. Now I might have to have a little struggle putting it on back there, but the fact that I can pull these shirt down, the fact that I can pull this shirt down in the back without any help is a milestone. So, I'm really feeling fantastic today. Getting my pajamas on. Tonight we don't do wound care on a day when we have wound care. So Jimmy kind of has like that part, the night off, which is kind of fun because tomorrow he's off. So it's just a good lead into the weekend for him. I love these shirts that I got at Target. I was telling the girls, I was like, just look at them like they're a bra. I'm in, replace of a bra. Okay, no, really? Where did I just pick? No. Where did I just get this from? This is the one I put on my lips. Well, thank you, Jesus, for bringing it in here. That was very strange. Apparently, I brought it in here and I didn't realize it. It's the one with cocoa butter from the Dollar Tree, and it's actually so much better. Let's see. What else? Trying to think of what else today brought. Oh, I know. So, Mom gave us money to get lunch. We found out that if you go to McDonald's on the app, you can't use the points and the deals in the same order, but you can sit in the same spot at pickup and just keep ordering stuff on different orders. It's like if you had 5 people in the car. So we kind of did that sort of today, but on accident. So let me tell you what we did. We talked to Mom. She wanted Liz a bacon double cheeseburger. Actually, a McDouble, because she only wanted 1 slice of cheese. And she likes it plain, so I got it plain McDouble with bacon. And for everybody else, we just did like shareables. So I went into I got 40-piece nuggets for $10.99. I got a basket of fries for $3.79. And we got blueberry. I got an iced coffee. Then they had blueberry and cream pies. Holy cow. Hold on a second, guys. Sorry about that. So we were sitting at number spot and we weren't going to do this whole thing. We just went ahead and got everybody's, like the order I got for everybody. And then as we're sitting there waiting, there is a sign that says, you know, the McDonald's sign has usually like a yellow marquee type sign in front of it. And it said blueberry and cream pies. And I said, what now? Because I don't like McDonald's apple pies. I really do like the pumpkin cream one was really good just because I like pumpkin. Not so crazy about the crust. It's just not sweet enough, you know. But blueberry, anything. Cereal, coffee, toast, muffins, donuts, lip balm, whatever. I love blueberry. So I was like, Jimmy's like, well, that actually sounds really good. Jimmy likes blueberry too. He likes blueberry muffins. He does not blueberry crazy like me, but he does like blueberry. So I was like, okay, I'm getting a burger with no bun. I'm not going to have any french fries if I have a blueberry pie. So actually we went and they were 2 for $2.99 or something, or maybe a little cheaper. But when I went to go order them after I placed the first order, I saw that they had Shamrock Shakes now. And that is Mom's favorite. So I was like, oh, excited. Like, I didn't look for shakes the first time. She just said this is what she wanted. And we got the shareables for everybody else to have. And I saw the shake and I was like, I'm treating Mom. I didn't want her to see that I placed 2 orders. So we just had, I think the shake, it was less than $5 for the shake and whatever. So we ordered her Shamrock Shake and we got these blueberry pies and they were outstanding. So Jim and I split one. And then we had one and I said, do you want me to just leave it for you for tomorrow or whatever? He's like, well, if you want it. And I was like, well, I do want it, but I really don't want to have it, you know, because gluten. But you got to treat yourself once in a while. Anyhow, let's see. Trying to think. Oh yeah, so we came home and then we basically everybody had lunch. We went to, hold on, let me see, it's that this. Let me just see if this needs to be charged. Yes, it does. Let me close all my apps and then charge my watch. This is usually what I do. This is my bedtime routine, guys. I mean, you didn't see me come in the bathroom and wash my face and everything, but brush my teeth and that sort of thing. Oh, goodness. And then, okay. Well, just if you want to hear what I'm doing, I have it's on talk to text and talk to speak, the instructions. So before I charge it, I always close all the apps and clear the notifications. It just helps it charge that much faster. Anyhow, so otherwise today was just extraordinary. I'm sad today that Jimmy had to go to work because I was in such a good mood. I didn't want to like let him go, you know, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's funny because we were driving today and he was, not that he wasn't paying attention, but I think part of what Jim's ADHD is that when his mind wants to wander, he gets into like, I want to say robot mode, isn't really the right way to say it though. So he kind of gets like, my medicine. He kind of like gets where, you know, follow all the road instructions. Excuse me. Drive with hands at 10 and 2. And that kind of thing. And I'm like, are you distracted today? And he's like, no, why are you asking? And I was like, I don't know, Jim, you just seem a little distracted. You know, I think there's just a little bit going on that you don't want to talk about or whatever. He's like, no, I'm just trying to get us there. And I was like, okay. So then, I was saying to him, like, there's 2 lanes that come down the street, from the highway to from the interstate to the highway where we live off of. And there's 2 lanes that go across the other big state highway that we cross over. And he got in the lane on the left, which had 9 cars in front of it, instead of getting into the lane on the right, which had no cars in front of it. So I was like, get over, get over, get over. Now, the lane that he got into is a left and straight lane, and the lane that he didn't get into is just a straight only lane. Which is why there was cars there. The cars weren't there because a lot more people wanted to turn. The cars were there because while people turn, people can't go straight, and then you back up all the traffic. So he's like, why? And he gets mad, and I said, just because you don't want to get stuck behind these cars, and we have everybody's food here, and I don't want it to get cold. And I said to him, can I ask you a question? And he's like, what? I said, why not? And he pretends like he takes the steering wheel off and hands it to me, and I was like, dude, let's go. I am freaking ready. You're not threatening me by telling me it's time for me to drive. Trust in that. I do see the eye doctor in 2 weeks. Next week. 2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks. So I'm going to 100% beg to get permission to drive. And then come April, if the doctor doesn't say get rid of the walker and start with real physical therapy, then I'm finding an angry doctor. I'm just kidding. I've threatened this stuff a lot, but I know I'm going to do what they say because they're in charge and they're the ones. And I said to the nurse today, my right leg is completely swollen, and she's like, it's lymphedema. And I was like, what? So my brother used to get lymphedema and cellulitis, and to me that was always like his lymphedema would cause his skin to break, and then it would become cellulitis because it get infected. So to me, lymphedema was that. She's like, no, just as your leg's healing, it just puts fluid around it. The lymphatic fluid just goes around the parts that are healing just to protect it and help it heal. Because she scared me, because I've told you this before. The whole right side of my body is fatter and bigger than the left side of my body. I even showed the girls today. I was like, look, my back fat is uneven, my boobs are uneven, my shoulders even. Look, you can see this right here in the camera. Do you see how square this shoulder is compared to this one? The whole right side of my body is heavier, and including my right leg. But now my right leg is even more swollen because that's where the injury is. So I'm like, I look like I'm gonna fall over to the right. So I was talking to the nurse today, and she's like, no, it's just lymphedema. She's like, it's normal. It's normal when you have a trauma like that, like surgery or whatever. And I was like, all right. if you say so. I trust you. You know, I want to trust her. She knows what she's talking about. So, I just cannot wait. Like, when you take a step forward in your progress, you just want to run forward. And it's so freaking hard. It's so freaking hard to have the patience again. It is really, really hard to have the patience to just wait for everything else to finish healing. You know, you're like... So today, just to give you an idea, and I don't have pictures, so I apologize. If I get pictures tomorrow night, I showed you pictures last night, but I don't have pictures of what she did today. And what she did today, we actually have to do every day. So we don't have the Silverdine medication anymore. We're going to be just using the barrier cream, which is like a zinc oxide sort of thing. It's called Camo for short, because it's got a big old long name. So she wants us to use that to protect the new skin. So we had this whole conversation about skin buds, and I think I showed you guys, if I can remember to put a picture in here. Do you remember when I got my leg surgery wound started to open up from the chemotherapy, and I had these little white spots, and the doctor like took a culture, my primary took a culture, and she's like, oh, it's just new skin growth. I found out today that they're called skin buds, or she calls them skin buds. That's what she calls them in her circle. And it's basically new growing skin. And she said, I remember the first time when I started working for wound care, she's like, let's just clean this off. And then the head nurse came in and she said, shouldn't have done that. That was new skin. So I have them now. And I didn't see them yesterday, but they're on there today. So I was like, tomorrow they better be on there. And no. Anyhow, she put this camo cream on because what it does, and she said, she goes, if it would only stick to the skin, like living skin. It would only stick to skin. So if I had like loose tissue, it won't stick to loose tissue. So you know that's, or dead tissue, necrotic tissue. So she's like, it won't stick to that. So what she did was she put it on, and she's like, there was this whole pink area, and I thought that was actually wound, but it wasn't. It was actually just skin. The skin was pink. So you've got all this new pink skin, which originally she thought it was like 7 inches, but 7 centimeters, but it's actually only like 5.9 centimeters. So that was exciting. So tomorrow when we do the wound care dressing, we will put on the barrier cream. We did talk a lot about the tape. Besides just having a normal tape sensitivity, people with wound care, chronic wound care, can have their skin get really thin and react to all the tape. So if you do have like a year-long wound that you're treating, you know, keep that in mind. So we talked a lot about that today. I gotta turn that light switch on. Can you guys hang on a second here? You can watch me turn the light switch on. Hang on. I got it. Oh. The ceiling fan needs to be on because it's freaking warm in my room. I'm sorry if it clicks. Woo. Okay. Okay. Oh, yes. Yes. I guess I moved you so that you could see me go over there. Hi. Righty-tighty. Clockwise. Good, that's for cooling. No, that's for warm. Dang it. I gotta fix this. I can't let any warm air down. It's so hot. So it's been really cold in the world the last 36 hours, but it was really warm the 36 hours before that. Not really warm, it was in the 60s. Just 36 hours before that. So it's kind of like going through menopause. I know you guys know. I'm just gonna let that slow down and I will show you if you've never seen it before. I think the switch is on this side that you guys can see. Yep, here it is. So we will just put this switch down. Oh, did I get it all the way? Yep, there we go. Yep, all the way. Okay. I'm gonna put this. There we go. Yay, it's cool in here. So warm. You see I'm sweating, look. That's not Vaseline, that's sweat. Anyway, I'm so freaking elated. I want to do comments tonight. My eyes are tired, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't sleep well last night again. I think it was the anxiety of going for the wound care. I was able to share with her about like the pain receptors are healing, because last night was the first night that didn't hurt with water, or yesterday's shower was the first time the water didn't bother it. Excuse me. There is just so much excitement on the horizon, and I'm very happy to share it with you guys. Oh, I love you so much. I just feel like there is nothing more important than human contact and human relationships. I know you guys like to talk to me in the comments, but if you really just want to connect one-on-one, or you really have something you want to say to me, please reach out on any of the social media platforms that are listed in the description box down below, as well as my email address is down there as well. I would love to hear from you on more of a personal level, get to know you guys so much more. I have connected with so many people, and I love it. I am absolutely in love with it. Now, the really hard part is I am so much better with faces than names, and I always have been. But since the pandemic, that has kind of changed a little bit, because you really can see people's eyes. Plus, then my vision's going poo-poo-poo. But honestly, it's so true. Like, it feels so good just to connect with you guys, and you ladies and you gentlemen. I'm of the generation where we just say guys, you know, hey you guys. And obviously they're not all men. Yeah, I'm excited. Today, we did make plans for the weekend to all the things that we need to take care of. The weather here changes so often with what they predict. You know, they say, oh, it's going to be cold, but then it ends up being not as cold, and they say it's going to rain, but it's not going to rain. They always just say like something about Missouri. And I think it's because of where we are in the country, as opposed to, you know, like where Gulf Streams are and where we got cold fronts and hot fronts. Like when we were in New York, it was so much easier. You had like the end of the stream that everybody in the United States already had, and then you have like stuff coming off the ocean, which you could see it coming. And like that was it, because that was what it would be. But here it's like you got stuff coming down from Michigan. Now we got stuff coming up from Texas, and we got stuff blowing in from California, and we got stuff blowing in from the coast. Be like, hello, tornadoes. That's why we have tornadoes. Anyway, I'm really happy. I'm really excited. Mom got her bench. Mom wanted to order a little window seat bench. It's a little shorter than she wanted it to be, and it's a little shorter than I thought I measured, because I read the wrong measurement. So I do need to apologize to her. And we're just going to get more legs. We're going to get different legs for it, because it just has screw-in legs. And I think that I have a couple ideas of nice legs that will work. I have to get Jimmy to measure the threads for me, but other than that, I don't think I have my dad's cage anymore. I think it got lost in the flood. But I think he used to call it a pipe gauge or something, I think. But it basically it looks like a regular measuring thing on this side, where you can like pinch a tube and it tells you how long it is. But on the other side, it measures the inside hole of a pipe. I'm going to ask him if he has that still, because I couldn't remember. I'm not sure what Mom had when we moved in tools-wise, because whatever she had, she just let Jim use. I've never really used any of hers yet. So, believe it or not, living here almost 10 years, and I have no idea what type of tools she has. But I'm going to rest. I am pumped, but physically spent. 100% physically spent. So I love you. if you guys have not heard it today, please come by and hear how much I love you. Because listen, I love you so very, very much. Okay? And as always, you guys take care, God bless, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Meow.